Hi guys, and welcome back to a new episode of Tech Tuesdays. This is your host Royd, and in today's video we'll talk about the 5 steps that I follow for amazing portraits. But before we get to the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel guys and hit the notification bell to stay updated on future videos. For every photographer and especially a beginner, taking portraits can be an exciting but also a challenging process. This is why having some sort of structure in your head makes things a lot easier, and you can then focus on the creative process and getting amazing portrait photos. Special thanks to the master photographer Jerry Guiones for teaching me these 5 steps, and I have been following them ever since. So guys, let's get to these 5 steps. Step 1. Location. The first thing you should think about is the location for your portraits. Take a moment to walk around the location and find areas that will look good in photos. Maybe there's an interesting background or some interesting visual element. Look for both wide frames as well as close-ups so you get some nice variety in your photos. You can also look for interesting elements that you can use in the foreground to frame your subject or as foreground bokeh. Picking the right location for your portraits is very important because it can set the tone for the portraits and also give the right look and feel to the photos. Step 2. Lighting. Once you've found a good location, the next important step is lighting. If the location already has available light, then find areas that has pleasing and good portrait light. The direction of the light is also very important, so pay attention to this. You can choose to front light, back light, or side light your subject. If the location has little or no ambient light, then you can use your own light using flash or continuous light. Or you can mix available light with flash. The possibilities are endless, so try all combinations and see what works best. The location and the lighting will work together to set the mood for the portraits. Step 3. The pose. Now comes the most important part of the portrait, the pose. It's a good idea to have a set number of poses in your head ready to go at any time, but don't be limited by this. Choose poses that complement the body and the features of your subject. You can try a variety of standing, sitting, or even lying down poses depending on the theme of the shoot. Posing is one of the most challenging parts for a beginner photographer, so if you're struggling with this or you're just starting out, then my recommendation is to practice some more. Find a willing friend or a family member and try posing them. This way it'll get a lot easier and faster with more practice. Step 4. Technique and composition. Now this step is where you'll take care of all the technical and creative aspects of the photo. The camera settings, lens choices, aperture, composition, etc. Don't be afraid to experiment a little here, try some different settings and lenses, and maybe choose some different compositions that you may not have used otherwise. Once you've taken some photos, take a walk around your subject and try some different compositions. You'll get some interesting perspectives and photos this way. After step 4, you're pretty much all set for good photos, but there is one additional step that I feel is extremely important. Step 5. Emotion. Like any food is incomplete without some salt, a good portrait is incomplete without the right emotion. Getting the right emotion and expressions can take a good photo and turn it into a great photo. So after you're done with the 4 steps mentioned before, take your time to get the right emotion for your portraits. So in summary, the 5 steps are location, lighting, pose, technique and composition, and emotion. Following these 5 steps will make it a lot easier to get amazing portraits every single time. At first, it may seem like a lot to follow these steps, but with enough practice, it will come naturally and you won't even have to think about these steps. The process will flow very smoothly and your portrait subjects will also be very happy with the photos you make of them. Let us know in the comments below guys if you found this 5-step guide to good portraits useful and if there's anything you do differently that I should include next time. Don't forget to like this video and share it with more people so that they can also start taking good portraits right away. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao.